Our story is she persisted in sports. American Olympians who changed the game. Do you know what persisted means?
No.
Keep trying, keep going, don't give up.
I never give up.
I never give up on math.
Alright. It's not easy to be a girl athlete. Girls are more likely to be told sports are for boys, or that they'll never be good enough, fast enough, strong enough, or that their athletic dreams are unacceptable, even impossible. Don't listen to those people. These women athletes made their sports dreams real. They persisted. When Margaret Ives Abbott was young in the late 1800s, some girls had to work, and some girls, including Margaret, went to school. It was rare for any girl to play sports, but Margaret, she played golf. Even though she won local tournaments, there weren't many opportunities for girls to compete on a bigger stage. Still, she persisted in practicing golf while she studied and traveled. When she was in Paris in 1900, Margaret and her mother learned of an international sports exhibition happening at the World's Fair. Without knowing that it was the second modern Olympic Games, they entered and Margaret won. When Margaret died in 1955, she had no idea she had been the first American woman to become an Olympic champion.
Wait, she died?
Mm-hmm.
Who died?
Yes.
Who died? Who died?
Margaret, who we just read about. When she was a child, Gertrude Ederle lost part of her hearing because of measles. But she and her parents were determined that it wouldn't stop her from doing anything she wanted, including swimming. By the time she turned 20, she had won 3 medals in freestyle at the 1924 Olympics. She then found a new dream, to swim the English Channel. After Gertrude's first attempt, she didn't succeed. Her coach said that women might just not be capable of swimming the channel. Rather than listen to that coach, she found a new coach, and she persisted. The next year, in 1926, she succeeded. Her record time would not be broken for more than 20 years. When she was a teenager, Mildred Babe Didrikson Zaharias worked as a seamstress. She was sewing sacks to store things like grains, potatoes, or sand, and at an insurance company. Babe could have decided she had no time for sports, but she persisted. She played alongside with her brothers, and she earned her nickname, which honored the famous baseball player Babe Ruth, after hitting 5 home runs in one game. Her training clearly paid off. At the 1932 Olympics, Babe won gold medals in javelin and the 80-meter hurdles and a silver medal in the high jump. After her Olympic triumph, Babe took up golf and went on to win 10 major women golf championships. She is considered one of the greatest women athletes ever.
Wait, she won a silver one?
Mm-hmm.
I can bring it.
She won gold medals and a silver medal.
What's a silver medal for?
It's like second place.
Yeah.
Wilma Rudolph was born prematurely. She was weighing in only 4.5 pounds. And by the age 5, she had survived pneumonia, scarlet fever, polio, which had weakened her left leg and foot. For years, she wore a leg brace. But she persisted in believing she would walk again and even run without her brace. And she was right. By 14, Wilma was competing in track events. At 16, she was the youngest member of the 1956 U.S. Olympics team. At 20, at the 1960 Olympics, Wilma won gold in the 100 and 200 meter sprints and the 4x100 meter relay, the first American woman to win 3 gold medals in one Olympics. Back home, Wilma used her new fame to push for integration in sports and public spaces and to support Black American women athletes, including Florence Griffith Joyner, the next woman to win 3 gold medals in one Olympics.
Well, I can bring the book here and I can read it.
Okay.
And it's my book I made. I also.
Born with spina bifida, a condition in which the spine is not fully formed. Do you know where your spine is? That's your head. This is your spine.
Back here.
That bone down the middle of your back,
I feel it.
that's your spine.
I'm skinny. I can.
Born with spina bifida, a condition in which the spine is not fully formed, Jean Driscoll started playing wheelchair sports in high school. While playing wheelchair basketball at the University of Illinois, Jean realized her passion and talents were in wheelchair racing. She participated in 4 Paralympic Games, starting at the 1988 Summer Olympics, winning 12 medals, including 5 golds. Jean also won 8 Boston marathons, more than any other athlete ever. She could have rested on her personal and team achievements, yet she persisted in bringing her love of sports to other athletes with disabilities around the world. When Mia Hamm and other women of the 1996 Olympic soccer team started playing their sport, there were few role models for them to look up to. Soccer wasn't a particularly popular sport in the U.S., and most of the attention was given to the men. Mia Hamm, Carla Overbeck, Julie Foudy, Christine Lilly, Brandy Chastain, Brianna Scurry, and the other members of the team could have given up at any point, but they persisted, traveling the country and the world, proving that American women could win. They earned a gold medal at the first Olympics to include women's soccer. A few years later, won the World Cup. Mia and her team proved American girls could play soccer, and they could win. Girls soccer is now one of the most popular kids sports in America.
Hey, boys can win soccer.
Yes, they can.
Every kid can win.
That's right.
Yeah.
Whether you're a boy or a girl.
Or a grown up.
Born with a club foot, Christy Yamaguchi had to wear casts to help her feet so they would point forward. When she was 6 years old, Christy saw her older sister figure skating, and she wanted to be on the ice too. Her parents first supported her lessons as a form of physical therapy for her still recovering feet. Although her sister stopped skating, she persisted in training harder and harder on the ice. As a teenager, she won medals in both singles and pairs skating. With the 1992 Olympics looming, she decided to focus on her singles skating. It was a good decision. She won both the Olympic gold and the World Championship.
Wait, it doesn't matter if you won on there. Because that's how games work. When we're losing.
Together, tennis stars, sisters, Venus and Serena Williams have won 14 women's doubles titles across all 4 Grand Slam tournaments and 3 Olympic gold medals, starting at the 2000 Summer Olympics. They are one of the most successful doubles teams of all time. In their individual careers, Venus has won 7 Grand Slams and Serena 23. They have also both won individual golds at 2 different Olympics. The Williams sisters have confronted vile racism and sexism through their careers, but they never stopped. They persisted in pursuing a sport they love and helped define what tennis is for young girls and boys everywhere.
Girls can play sports and
Yes, that's what this is about. Girls can play sports too. Both Misty May Trainer and Carrie Walsh Jennings had played and won multiple team volleyball events by the time they each graduated from college. They both shifted their focus to women's beach volleyball, began working together, and dominated the sport. At both the 2004 and 2008 Olympics, they won gold medals. But after Carrie gave birth to 2 children in less than a year, many people wondered if the 2 of them would play together again. They persisted in playing as a team, though at the 2012 Olympics, while Carrie was pregnant with her 3rd child, she and Misty won again, showing the world that mothers can win gold medals too.
Even Dad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, real kids. One time I was playing volleyball at my neighbor's.
When Diana Taurasi began playing basketball as a girl in the 1980s, professional women's basketball didn't exist in the United States, and women's basketball was a relatively new Olympic sport. Rather than being discouraged by the lack of opportunities, she persisted in working hard on the court. In college, she led her team to 3 championships in a row. Diana went on to win 4 Olympic gold medals with the Americans women's basketball team, starting at the 2004 Olympics, and 3 WNBA championships with the Phoenix Mercury.
Wait, why did everybody gray and she is not?
She's the star right now in this page. She is the WNBA's all-time leading scorer.
When is I'm going to play basketball?
When Simone Biles was 6 years old, she and her sister were adopted by their grandparents. On a field trip to a local gymnastics center that year, Simone began imitating the gymnasts. The coach noticed and asked for permission for Simone to join their
I can
program.
do a handstand.
She did, and she persisted, throwing herself into every aspect of her new sport. She was the first American gymnast to win a medal in every event, and now has many difficult gymnastic skills named after her. At the 2016 Summer Olympics, Simone won 4 gold medals and 1 bronze, and has won more than 20 Olympic and World Championship medals in her career. She is widely recognized as the greatest gymnast of all time.
How is she so good?
Because she persisted, she doesn't give up,
Yeah.
keeps trying.
So practice.
Growing up in North Dakota, all 6, Lamouret siblings played hockey, including the youngest, identical twins Jocelyn and Monique Lamouret. When they were 12, the sisters joined the local boys team, and as the only girls, they persisted in leading their team to the state championship. They both were women hockey stars in high school and college, and made the 2010 and 2014 U.S. Olympic hockey teams, taking home the silver at both games. But things were different at the 2018 Winter Olympics. In the final game, Monique scored the necessary goal to send the match into overtime. Then the match went to a shootout. Jocelyn scored the winning goal, and the sisters helped the U.S. women's hockey team take home their first gold in 20 years. So, if someone tells you girls can't be athletes or that you'll never make it, don't listen. Focus on your dreams. These women did that. They persisted, and so should you.
There's more women that did that.
There's more women than men.
The end.
Can we do our?
Hold on. Let me take this out here.
Can I say?
Have a seat.
Can I say?
Have a
the end?
seat.
Can I say the end?
Hi.